The EIDL Loan Portal has finally been opened. This is a new opportunity for business owners and landlords to apply for the EIDL Economic Injury Disaster Loan, which also comes with the free $1,000 to $10,000 grant that you can receive from the EIDL program. So in this video, I'm going to go and explain what are the latest changes to the EIDL loan program, how to exactly apply. I'll show you the step-by-step and how you can get your free grant money of $1,000 to $10,000 from the Emergency Economic Injury Disaster Loan Grant. Hey, what's up you guys? This is Sam Kwok here, one of the Kwok Builders, and as you know, our channel has been following the SBA EIDL loan program pretty closely, even to the point that we applied for the EIDL loan so that we can give you guys a little sneak preview of what it's like to go through the process. Now, before we dive into explain how to apply for the EIDL loan and how you can get your free $1,000 to $10,000 grant money, be sure to subscribe to our channel if you want the latest information and updates to SBA programs, EIDL loan programs, as well as investing in real estate. Okay, so before we move forward, I want you guys to understand that the EIDL loan program is not the same thing as the PPP Paycheck Protection Program. These are two separate programs, though you can apply for both, but you cannot use the funds for the same exact expense category. The Paycheck Protection Program is forgivable as long as you use 60% of the funds towards payroll costs and the remaining 40% must go towards qualified expenses. Now with the EIDL loan program, it is not forgivable except for the part where you get the $1,000 to $10,000 free grant money as part of the EIDL program. Now, speaking of which, the Paycheck Protection Program did undergo through some major changes last week with the Paycheck Protection Program Flexibility Act. If you guys want to see the full breakdown of that, I have a separate video where I'll leave that down below where you can see the latest changes to the Paycheck Protection Program. Now, when it comes to the EIDL loan and the EIDL $1,000 to $10,000 grant, they go through the same loan application, same paperwork, but they are two separate things as well. So you can accept the $1,000 to $10,000 grant, but you can choose to decline the loan. So to address this once and for all, the grant portion you get to keep, it's free, you don't have to pay it back. However, the loan portion, you do need to pay it back with a certain term that's designated by the EIDL. I'll show you guys the rest of the details throughout this video. So to get the free $1,000 to $10,000 grant, you must apply for the EIDL loan, but again, you can choose to not to take the loan portion, but just keep the grant portion for yourself. All right, so let me give you guys a full breakdown of the process of how to apply for the EIDL loan program, as well as the free $1,000 to $10,000 grant, what emails to expect, what documents that you'll see, and how you know you got the $1,000 through $10,000 grant money from the SBA EIDL grant program. Now remember, the grant is given out to you within 3 days of them checking your application, and they auto deposit that into your bank account, so you do need to give them 3 days, and they also check your credit. So if your credit is frozen right now, you do need to unfreeze it so that the SBA can check your credit in the process of running your application so that they can give you the advanced grant of $1,000 through $10,000 SBA EIDL money. Now I personally applied back in March of 2020, and about 2 weeks later, they did pull my credit and check my application. 3 days following the credit pull, I got the deposit of $2,000 of free grant money from the SBA. And then a few weeks later, they sent me an email saying that I need to create a portal for my loan portion, which I did. And upon sending more information, I got approved for up to $120,000. And again, I'll give you the full breakdown of what you'll expect to see when it comes to emails from the SBA. Okay, so first thing first, I'm gonna go and leave the link to apply for the SBA EIDL loan program down below in the video description. This link comes from the SBA. It's not originate from me, but let me go and share my screen with you guys to show you exactly the steps on how to apply it. And just to remind you guys that I am not an attorney, I am not an accountant, I'm not a financial planner, so any interpretation of the EIDL loan program are simply my opinion and my own personal interpretation. Now, for those that already applied for the SBA EIDL loan program, be sure to smash the like button to show us that you already applied. So, let's go over to the application right now, and this is what the screen should look like. If you see any other screen, it's probably a scam. You should probably run away from it, but this is the screen that you'll see when it comes to the SBA EIDL loan application. So you have some choices here. It says the applicant is a business with not more than 500 employees, so that applies to most of you guys. So select whatever applies to you the best, and obviously you know who you are. So for me, I'm a business with no more than 500 employees, so I'm going to select that. If you're a sole proprietor with or without employees, or if you're an independent contractor, if you receive a 1099, you work for a company and you get a 1099, this is you. Okay, so if you are a sole proprietor, you don't have an LLC, you don't have a corporation, you don't have a partnership, this is all you. So that's what you're going to go and select. Okay, if you are a agriculture business, right, you select that. If you're a not-for-profit, you have to select obviously the not-for-profit option. So for most of you guys are going to choose the applicant as a business with no more than 500 employees, or you are the individual who operates under a sole proprietorship. So I'm going to go and select the business with no more than 500 employees. And obviously, you have to certify certain things like you're not doing any illegal activities to your business. The SBA also wants to make sure that your business is not of any sexual nature or anything like that. Of course, 1/3 of the gross annual revenue cannot come from gambling activities. Applicant is not in the business of lobbying, and it's not for state, local, or municipal government, or cannot be a member of Congress. Okay, so we're gonna go and continue, and this is where you're gonna go and fill out your business information. All the ones with the red marking on the left are required, so you need to fill those out. So I'm gonna go and put my business name. So I'm just gonna make up a business name just for the sake of demonstration. So I'm gonna be Acme Corporation, and my trade name is gonna be Acme Merchandise. Now, next, you're gonna go and put in your EIN as well as your social security number. Now, of course, if you're a corporation or a partnership, an LLC, you're gonna go and put in your EIN. If you're a sole proprietor, if you don't have an LLC or a corporation, you're gonna go and put in your social security number. So I'm gonna go and put in whatever the number they're asking. What is the organizational type? So are you a sole proprietor? Are you an LLC? Are you an S corporation or a C corporation? So I'm just gonna go and say I'm an LLC. Is the applicant a non-for-profit? Well, I am not, so I'm going to be putting no for not-for-profit. And is the applicant a franchise? So I'm not a franchise, but if you are, obviously you're going to say yes. Gross revenue for the last 12 months of the date of the disaster. So from January 31st, 2019 through January 31st, 2020, you're going to go and put in what was your gross revenue for your business. So I'm going to go and say I made $500,000 for my gross revenue. Okay, cost of goods sold. Now, this is obviously if you have inventory, if you sell merchandise, if you sell t-shirts or cups or whatever. This is also known as COGS, right, in the accounting world. If you don't sell physical products and you don't have inventory, you're gonna put 0. Now, if you do buy inventory as part of your business, you do have to put in the amount of how much inventory you bought from January 31st, 2019 through January 31st, 2020. And look at this. This is for my landlords watching this. For rental properties, residential and commercial. So if you have office space, if you have commercial lease, this applies to you as well. So you're gonna go and put in the lost rent due to the disaster. So go and put in the amount of how much rent you were unable to collect because of the coronavirus pandemic. So I'm gonna go and put in and say that I've lost $3,000 of rent. And obviously, guys, throughout the entire application, you have to be honest, okay? Don't lie, don't cheat. I've covered a separate video where if you do end up cheating on the application, the consequences and the penalties are dire. So you definitely don't want to cheat and lie to the SBA. Now, if you have a non-for-profit or an agriculture enterprise, you're gonna put in your cost of operations there, compensation from other sources or result from disasters. So if you received any other donation or any other funding because of the coronavirus pandemic, you're gonna go and put that amount in there as well and provide a brief description as to what that compensation amount is and where did it come from, okay? Your business, so go and put in 123 Main Street, right? Your business address, I'm gonna put in Chicago, Illinois, County of Cook County, and I'm gonna put 60612, okay? Phone number 123-456-7890. And if you have another phone number, go ahead and put that in as well. Business fax number and your business email. So I'm gonna put info@acme.com. Date business established. So this is more than likely your corporation establishment date. So if you go into your Secretary of State website, or you most likely have your paperwork handy, go and put in the date of which your LLC or corporation was established. Now, if you're a sole proprietor, go and put in the date of which when the business was officially opened and when you were starting to collect revenues. 0101, let's say I'm gonna put it started 2015. Okay, and I've been owning this business since 2015 as well. Business activity, right? If you are in real estate, you're gonna put in real estate, right? If you are in educational services, you're gonna put in educational services in there. So whichever business activity where you generate most amount of gross income, that's what you're gonna go and put in. I know some of you guys do a little bit of plumbing work and maybe you do painting on the side, or maybe you are invested in real estate, but majority of your income comes from your automobile sales company or whatever the case might be. So you're gonna put in automotive sales, right? If you generate more of your income from that than your rental properties, okay? So I'm gonna go and put in for myself, because most of my income comes from real estate. I'm gonna go and put in real estate, and I'm gonna go and put in property management / realty, or if you are a real estate developer, you do fix and flips, that's what it is. Number of employees. Now remember guys, you are an employee, okay? Don't put 0 because you work for your company. So if you are a sole proprietor or you are your own business, go and put in 1. If you actually have W-2 employees, you pay people out of payroll, then you're gonna go and put in the amount of employees that you have. If you have 1099 workers, I'm sorry guys, those are not your employees. They are a separate business. They apply for their own EIDL. Does that make sense? So if you are if you have employees, go and put in the amount of employees that you have. But if you are a solopreneur, then put in 1. Okay. Now I do have about 5 employees now, so I'm gonna put in 5. Hit next, and you're gonna go and put in your owner information. So if you are the sole owner, then this is your information, your personal information. If you have a partner, then obviously you're gonna have to put in your partner information in as well. Now the first thing you don't wanna miss is this question right here. Is your business owned by another entity? So if your LLC is owned by a corporation, then you say yes, right? If your LLC is owned by you, then no, it's owned by a natural person. So I'm gonna put no, and go and put in your information. Okay, I'm just gonna put in random info, right? I am the owner of this company. I own 100% of it. And I'm gonna put in my email, sam@acme.com, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 for Social Security, and my birthday. And I will reveal my real birthday so you can send me presents. 1992. Place of birth, I was born in South Korea. So there we go, a little tidbit of information about me. I am a US citizen, and this is my fake residential address because I don't want you guys barging in my house, okay? I'm gonna put a random number for a zip code as well. It's asking for me for something close. There we go. And then again, if you have a partner, you're gonna go and click on add additional owner. But for me, I'm 100% owner, so I'm gonna click next. And this is where you're gonna be asked additional questions, right? Has the business been listed or convicted of felony, right? Well, I have not, so I'm gonna hit no. And read these very carefully, guys. I know I'm skimming through these rather quickly for the purpose of the video, but read through them very carefully because you don't wanna answer, wrongly and put any mistake in your application. You certainly don't want that, okay? Is the applicant and listed owner currently suspended or debarred from contracting with federal government? So I am not. Any indictment, criminal information? Nope. So I'm gonna hit no. Okay. And if someone assisted you in completing the application, whether you pay a fee or for the service or not, that person must enter that information here below. So this is not me, guys. Right? I'm just giving you a general information. Go and put in your CPA, your attorney, your financial professional information in there if they are helping you fill out this application. So go in and fill that out. Now, this is really important. If you want the $1,000 through $10,000 grant money, this is where you go and hit the check mark. Okay? Go and put in, I would like to be considered for an advance of up to $10,000. So do not miss this, guys. If you don't want your money, then you can obviously skip this. But if you want your money, then this is it. So go and put in your bank account name. I'm just gonna put a random number in here. Okay. All right. Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to actually put in the real. There we go. All right. So go and put in your routing and account number in there. Very, very important, right? If you get that wrong, the money's gonna be sent to someone else and someone's gonna have a nice pleasant surprise. So make sure you get the bank account and routing number correct. And then finally, go and read this paragraph. Obviously, this is saying, hey, if you lied to us, here's the penalty you'll pay, right? Definitely important. And then after you read that, go ahead and certify that information you provide to the SBA is true. And hit next. And they're just gonna have you review the information. and hit submit, and you're done. That's pretty much it. So again, they're gonna go and check your credit, and after they check your credit and review your application, SBA has up to 3 days for them to go and deposit the $1,000 through $10,000 free EIDL grant money. So definitely keep an eye on your credit as well as your bank account. Now, as soon as they deposit the money, you'll see a screen like this, where it's gonna say SBA Treasury, and it's gonna be a weird number, but they're gonna give you the amount, and it's an auto deposit right into your bank account. Now, before we go off to check your bank account to see if you got the money or not, be sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Turn that like button to blue. Now, moving forward, a few weeks later, you'll get an email from the SBA requesting that you open a portal for your loan application. So you'll see an email just like this, where you click the button and create an account with the SBA Loan Portal. Now, after you create the portal account, you're gonna see another screen like this, where you select the loan amount that you want to apply for. And a few days later, after you submit the loan amount and finalize the submission, the SBA once again will contact you in a matter of days with the loan documentation as well as the contract for the SBA EIDL loan. Now, if you guys want the full breakdown for the SBA EIDL loan, I have a separate video I made for that, so go and check the video description below where I left a full breakdown of the SBA loan contract, and I'll explain why I decided to walk away and decline the loan offer, mainly because it honestly wasn't the best fit for me, and you'll see exactly why. Now remember guys, the SBA EIDL loan program is first come, first served, so definitely go apply before it runs out. By now, it's likely that many small business owners may have applied for the SBA EIDL loan program, so definitely go and apply and get your money as well. Now, for a little bit of a shameless plug, guys, for those that don't know, we just launched our new book called 0 to 75 Units in 1 Year. In this book, we detail the accounts and stories as to how we were able to buy 75 rental units, meaning we have 75 tenants paying us rent every month, and we were able to do that in just 1 year. So if you guys are interested in this book, which by the way is free, we're giving away this book for free. All you have to do is pay for shipping. So I left the link down below where you can go ahead and get this free book. It's 0 to 75units.com. It's free book, just pay the shipping. We'll show you exactly how we were able to buy 75 rental units in just 1 year without using our own money or credit. And we did this when we were only 24 and 22 years old. So if we can do it, so can you. Now, finally, if you guys want to continue seeing these updates as well as the newest changes to the SBA loan programs, EIDL loan programs, as well as learning how to invest in real estate, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell icon so that you get notified for our future videos, and go and check out some of the other videos we have about SBA loan programs and investing in real estate.